Alright, welcome to the channel. This is FIA Nations Cup, round 7 at Monza. And the starting grid, on pole, GT Academy finalist, World Tour competitor, Turismo-lester. Starting in P2 from Phoenix Division 7 Racing is PX7 Grove. And third, we've got my humble self, NRT Swordsman 52 for Nezzo Racing. And here in P4, Apex Motorsports, AMS Crabster. Cycling through to the very start. Biggest fear for Monza, this is like the Talladega of Gran Turismo. It's so easy to get a penalty, so easy to miss your braking spot, so easy to get punted for the field to bunch up, and impatience to kick in. So luckily we have a very clean start. Fortunate for this lobby, racing with people I've competed against multitude of times. So at the start I noticed that Lester's already starting to pull away. I know Grove is being a little bit more cautious with his braking, which again I was trying to do the same, save the tires for the first couple laps. For those of you that have checked out my track guide for how to do a 55.7 here, I was using -1 brake balance. After the race, talking to the guys, and some people were using brakes towards the rear, which certainly helps with the rotation, but for my driving style, -1 brakes towards the front seemed to be help slow the car down enough for me. Alright, heading through Ascari, just keeping the car nice and tidy. It was at this point I was maybe about half a second behind Grove, half a second ahead of Apex Motorsports Crabster. And for qualification, Lester got pole with there's a 155.8. I qualified third with a 156.3, which wasn't too bad without slipstream. Alright, we're going to transition. This is on lap 2. So heading through the chicane, Lester is pulled away by about almost 2 seconds now. And so I was going to attempt to move on Grove, put some pressure on him. And the key to this race, especially with the kind of mixture of competition we had, the goal wasn't to fight at the start. Help each other out, pull away from the pack, and then later on we can duke it out. And I noticed Grove gets a poor exit, and yes, he gives us the blinker. So we're going to go ahead and pass him on the left. Hopefully he slows down, gives us the spot, and then we can work together to catch the leader. And he does. So that was a very respectful move. It's early on in the race. Let's work together. So Lester's got his 2-second gap already after 2 laps. And we're already pulling away from 5th, 6th, beyond. Once again, cycling to lap 3. Grove ends up letting Crabster through. So a change of position there. I had a feeling at the start that Crabster was quite a bit faster than me, so I was going to try and hold my own, and if he did catch me, I was going to let him pass. Alright, moving forward, lap 6. So more than halfway over. Now I'm just going to dissect something for you. So we go through the first chicane. I'm penalty free. Look at that. Crabster gets a 1 second penalty. So if we slow down and just kind of look to see what's appropriate, what's allowed, what's not allowed. So the left turn, you can essentially get the car halfway over the rumble strip. So see how my right tires have not surpassed or even touched the orange sausage curb. So that's what's deemed allowed for the current penalty system at Monza for FIA Nations Cup. Manufacturers, it's a little bit more stringent. So now, transitioning to Crabster, yeah, so he put his left tires in the grass just a little bit. That's what's, I guess, deemed crossing the line. And I guess his front tire did go all the way on the orange. So because of that, I was able to get away unscathed, and he was therefore having to serve a 1 second penalty, which here at Monza on the back straight, that's not a 1 second penalty. It slows you down enough. You're probably losing 3 to 4 seconds getting back up to speed. So again, through the right turn, you can straddle that sausage curb, but you can't put the left tires on top of it. It's really a difficult thing to get, and I found that depending on the brake balance you're using. So if you were, a lot of people, like especially in EMEA, were using +5 brake balance. Well, +5 brake balance tends to jerk the car under heavy braking a little bit more vigorously to the left to the right. So that could also be a factor that can potentially cause you to accidentally get a penalty. So there, Crabster serves his penalty, hands the position for P3 back to Grove. And moving on, Grove ends up getting a penalty also. So the same scenario, gets a little too much curb. He ends up actually getting a 1.5 second penalty. And now we're on to the final lap. At this point, Lester has a 4 second lead. We're holding P2 because Grove had to serve a penalty. He actually ended up being about 5 seconds behind us, with Crabster in P4, straight raced in P5, and Trust No One here in position number 6. Lester had a really good race. I think maybe if we didn't get held up a little bit at the start, maybe we could have challenged, maybe got a little bit closer. It was actually on lap 10 where Lester got a 1/2 second shortcut penalty. So, he had pulled the gap out to 4 seconds, and we were able to close it down to about 2.7. But again, at this point, because I was using -1 brake balance, slowing the car down maybe a little bit more than everyone else, my fronts wore a little bit more, so the traction was relatively reduced. But nonetheless, I tried the first slot, disconnected. Second slot, disconnected. Frustration. Didn't do third slot, so the points certainly went down. But super fortunate to have the opportunity to be racing with the best, with some of the best guys in North America region. Opportunities. Driving for Nezzo Racing Team, which is a smaller German eSports team. Alright, coming across the line. Great job to Turismo-lester for the victory. I'm going to go ahead and take second place. Great result. Grove in third, Crabster fourth, and the rest of the field respective finishes. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I invite you to subscribe if you're interested. Drop a like and let me know how your race went. So here we go. Look at the final results. There we go. penalty free, 99 safety rating, 229 points. Not too shabby. I'll take it. And there we go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.